welcome back to Build a NeuroNinja. So we're looking at how can we get back to school in a much smoother way without wobbling. We are going to experience cognitive distortions. Our brain is going to wobble. That is the normal part of the experience, but we need to understand, prepare for that, and make a bit of a plan. And we need to sit inside our nervous systems in a balanced way. Remember, we've got two halves to our nervous system. One that gets us ready for action, the sympathetic nervous system, the react nervous system, and one that calms us down. Where are you in your nervous system right now? How can you move from one place to another? We'll talk about that. So you're going to need your react nervous system to plan and prepare for the school day. And you're not necessarily going to want to do that, but you're going to need to do that. And you're going to need your response nervous system to calm you down. In fact, the skills you learn in preparing to go back to school are ones you need to apply every day. So, how can we reduce the churn? Plan what needs to happen to make day one go well and prepare in advance. Make your lunch. Make sure your books bag's sorted. Get your uniform sorted. Sort yourself out. Get yourself sorted. It'll only take a minute and it'll save you hours and hours of moaning and worry where you're suffering and going, oh, I've got to go to school tomorrow. No, just plan it. Get it sorted and then you can have the rest of the day. Remember, you're not going to want to do the planning. You don't want to prepare. You're going to be annoyed about it. But remember, the small amount of annoyance that preparation takes is tiny compared to the massive stress if you arrive in the day of school massively stressed out. And then plan the last day or the last few days to make it really engaging and thoroughly enjoy yourself. Remember, contentment in a human brain is when a human brain is engaged in what it's doing right now and thinking about what it's doing right now. When our thinking and our doing is aligned, we're happier generally. We do not want those troubling and difficult emotions and thoughts to come, but they're going to come when we face change. So we just need to allow them. If we go into a battle with them, we're going to be fighting across our brain with those thoughts and feelings, and that's going to create more tension, not less. Put us more in our stress and sympathetic nervous system, not less. And we need to treat well-being as a skill. So plan every day, but plan the last day to prepare and then plan your well-being. If you don't plan, your brain does passive and easy. And alongside this, plan to build up your relaxation techniques. The stress response, the anxiety response, is as much a physical as a psychological experience. It's as much in our bodies as it is in our minds. So we can build our parasympathetic nervous system strength. We can calm ourselves down. We can try deep meditative breathing like square breathing. We can breathe out on 4, hold for 4, breathe in on 4, hold for 4. That will keep us in our parasympathetic nervous system. It's virtually impossible to have panicky breathing and have a panicky space in our head if we're deep breathing, because our brain is measuring what our breathing's doing. You can try grounding exercises if you're finding yourself getting a little bit stressed. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. All of that sensory response turns on your parasympathetic nervous system, returns you to calm. Mindfulness does the same. Mindfully listening to music, mindfully stroking your dog, mindfully eating some food. You can improve your calm every single day by turning on your vagus nerve, which is a big nerve that runs down from your brain all the way through your body. Slow-paced breathing does that. Listening to your biorhythms, making sure you're going to sleep when you're tired, eating when you're hungry, doing some exercise. A bit of laughter, things that make you laugh, that's really important. Social connections with friends and family turn on your parasympathetic nervous system. Doing your 12 rocks of well-being, managing worry in the way that we've talked about, landing your worry. Regular exercise and listening to calming music. NeuroNinjas know, you're a NeuroNinja because you're listening to this video, that half of how we feel every day is down to what we've done in the previous 24 hours. And we need to do these 12 rocks of well-being. 9 of them turn on that parasympathetic nervous system. 9 of them calm us down. And as parents, it's really important that we protect our children from harm, but not from difficulty. Difficulty means the brain has communication between the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex, and we literally grow coping skills. We can, as parents, get these things muddled in the 21st century. We can think that difficulty is harmful. No, difficulty is good. Learning is good. When the brain is learning, it is struggling. When we're returning to school, we're learning about emotional regulation. The hippocampus in the middle of the brain grows new brain cells when we exercise, when we get good sleep, when we eat the right foods, when we manage our emotions. Those new brain cells are there to support the process of flexing and switching. The hippocampus is heavily involved in learning and memory and emotional regulation. So difficulty is necessary for growth. We need to allow our children to experience difficulty in order to grow. If we don't allow them to experience difficulty, the prefrontal cortex doesn't teach the amygdala what not to be frightened of, and we end up stuck, and anxiety expands and doesn't reduce. So are you ready for tomorrow back at school? Hopefully you've made a plan. Hopefully you are ready. Plan the last few days to prepare properly. Plan your well-being. Plan a last huzzah. Plan your well-being every day, actually, and plan to build in relaxation. Thanks for listening.